give the history. Y'all done at your dinner and service? Oh, well, I didn't. Just hold it, baby. I had my snacks and things somewhere. I guess they going down low. But I just want to give the history. And I won't be but about 75 minutes. I'm having just a little bit of support problems. The children ordered me, what is it, babe? Is that your baby?
That's yours.
Oh, okay. Don't get these things mixed up. We're in church. I'm just having a little problem first day because the grandchildren ordered one of them shaper mint things. Them body shaper things, and I think it done mashed into my kidney. You ever had one of them things? They need some security. Y'all, you need to talk to your herd. Y'all need some security back here in these long hallways. Because I come up that hallway and I was just walking, minding my own business, going to the bathroom.
Okay.
And I was walking, and then I heard something else say, so I run a test. I said, and the stalker said, so I got my mobile phone now, and I called the police right from back there. I called them. And I told them, I said, I'm out here at this original temple church. I'm back here, and they got some stalkers back here by the bathroom. And long as I was talking to the police, that stalker back there ain't said an word. And quick as I hung up, I started out, and they come again. But then I was conviction in my spirit.
All right.
And you know the devil's busy.
Amen.
And it come to my spirit, this was not a stalker. It was my thighs rubbing together. But God is still good. Yes, sir. Just cut out. So we're going along. Those that don't remember me, I am one of the oldest mothers at the Greater Original Christ Temple Church.
All right.
Okay.
And it gives me no greater pleasure than to be here on this most suspicious Caucasian. I'm Mother Jane's oldest sister's cousin, baby daddy. Grandmother's first cousin's daughter's niece on the uncle's side. And they won't need prayer. She ain't heard me since Uncle Junior died.
Oh.
And she done it then because she thought he left me the inheritance. But all he left me was a Kojic tambourine. But anyhow, it's so hot outside, I didn't even have to iron my dress. But I'm still pressing on. And that's what I come to encourage you ladies on this day.
That's all right, Sister Ruth. Encourage us.
Yes, sir.
Hey!
Well, I just want to tell you, when the woman in you starts trying to go bald, don't worry about it, just go get you a wig. That's it. That's grace.
Amen.
Ain't that right, sis? When the woman in your body want to be a 3X and you want to be a 1X, just go get you a good girl or one of these shaper meats. And that's wisdom. But let me tell you about faith. When your mind keep thinking about the warm security of having a loving husband to go with you until death do you part. Just get you a heating pad, honey. Go on. It's less trouble. The word said he can be, the word said for you to be, what the word said? The word said be all you can be.
Be all you can be.
Because you're in good hands. And then it says something about he's a greater picker-upper. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyhow, Hakuna Matata. Girl, you didn't cut your hair out. Well, it's just beautiful. You still got your strand? Okay, baby. But all I'm trying to tell y'all is that you got to keep pressing your way through. Keep on pressing. Just keep pressing. My church shoes got run over when I was coming out here. I stopped by the hospital and got them back out. Won't it, Jerry? You got to keep pressing. Press your way through.
Come on, girl.
Press your way through.
Sing.
Can't give up now. You gotta press your way through. Oh, press, press.
Sing it.
Press your way through. Can't give up now. You gotta press your way through. Oh, press your way through. God got something for you if you press your way through. Yes, sir. Keep on pressing. Just keep on pressing. Yes, sir. But I wasn't supposed to do all that. I was supposed to give you the history. The great original Christ Temple Church was started a while back. And I have so many precious memories of how this church started. Precious memories.
All right.
How they linger.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Where the deer and the antelope play. We're getting back to the history. Me and Mother Jay and Mother Shirley, and I believe it was Brother Samson. We used to walk up here, up on this corner.
Okay.
And it weren't nothing up here but a field. We just kept praying, hoping they have a church built time we get up here. And so we come up here one Saturday, and we looked up, and there was a church built. And Mother Jay was so excited, she just threw her hands up and she ran straight to hug Mother Shirley. And Mother Shirley said, Mother. Just thank Jesus. But I want to give out just a few announcements. Pastor Jay have
Go ahead.
X-mailed these to me this morning. He asked me to bring out some issues about the women here at the Greater First Original Christ Temple Church. Mother Johnson, we got a lot of good cooks here. Mother Johnson got a beautiful $1 million pie. She don't pay but $2 to make it. And Sister Harris can make some turnip greens and make you smack yourself. Mother Stevenson makes some macaroni and cheese just as creamy, almost good as mine. And all the the mothers got some good baking skills here at the Greater Original Temple Christ Church of God. And let us not forget Sister Stephanie's tea. Have y'all had that today? But we must come to the point. Mother Bernice Stevenson have been overseeing the kitchen area for many years. And the girl is tired. She tired, I tell you. She tired. She done cooked. She done decorated. So Pastor want to give her a rest. He have now a permit. Sister Tangi Cook, Sister Anna Sampson, and Sister Amber Greer from the Cheering Church Nursery. This will be effectuated August the 1st. Now they're going to test the food out on the daycare nursery here. And if they take sick, we got nurses here. Sister Sharon Blakely and Sister Greer. They're going to monitor if one of the children gets sick. See, it's better for the children to get sick because children can bounce back easy. And we want to get this in before school starts back because we don't want to have to stay home. Children, where is it there?
Oh, Lord, I can't take it.
See what I mean? And he has given out a few promotions. Deacon Leland Greer have been our head deacon here for many years. He done everything got to do with deaconing. He's a deacon and deacon. And Mother Greer done a great job raising the boy.
Yes,
She did.
Yes, she got it. They ain't had nothing but some government cheese, but she got it. And he was a smart boy. Well, it did take us to 16 before we got him potty trained. Anyhow, he's done a great job deaconing. He helped the sisters get out the cars, hold the underbarrels in the rain. In fact, he helped me a few times. But he have monitored and checked our thermostats here for over 7 years. But he tired. So Pastor has announced that Greater Original is about building up people, not breaking them down. So Pastor Jay is going to promote Brother Wiles to be the head thermostat check. He's been practicing, and he even know when First Lady having a hot flare. So when y'all see Brother Wiles tomorrow, congratulate him as the new head thermostat check here at the church. Will you do that for me?
Yeah.
Mother Shirley give me all this history, and I can't get all of it today, because she go way back to Bishop Johnson. And Mother Shirley and I used to clean chitlins together. And she taught me how to make the communion bread for the communion circumvents. And you know, when somebody do something for you, you want to do something back for her. So I have give her, y'all be probably tasting it here when you have one of your fellowship, but I give her my communion cracker casserole recipe. And so that's what I do. But Lady Tavia, too, I want to talk about her. She has been a godly woman all her life. She learned her cheering. She run a daycare, and when she got tired of running the daycare outside of the home, they closed it out, and she went home and had 5 children and opened up a daycare. So that's what they eat. Hold baby. That's my mobile phone. I put it on birds because I'm on pro.
Mobile.
Hello? This Caitlin and Johnny called. What is it, baby? No. They thought it was Pastor's anniversary. They looking for some money. But anyhow, is Mother Leslie here? Hey, sure, you not dancing this morning? You not dancing this morning?
I'll be led by the Spirit, not by myself.
Well, she just
Spirit moving.
Oh, well, honey.
And I'm kind of liking what I'm hearing over there. They want to wear a hat tomorrow for the anniversary.
Don't get us started.
I got another hat.
And then they say give her flowers while she lives.
I got another hat for you in the back.
Uh-oh.
Got about 12 birds on it. But
Well,
anyhow,
listen, Mama. They say one day I'm going to fly away, so maybe you give it to me, I'll fly tomorrow.
But anyhow, we got a lot of good peoples here. Y'all been winning some prizes. Y'all ain't won nothing. Ain't nobody won nothing. You know you won something. I saw you come in. I asked who done won something. She gonna take her cup of tea. Ain't like she drinking something. She got a prize, but it's supposed to be mine. But anyhow, they hopefully they'll give out some books. You know, Sister Shawn Wilson and Evangelist Velma Jackson got some things to give away. Evangelist Jackson gonna give away some Brazilian weed from Alaska. Yeah, they got horses up in Alaska. but the horses up there is cold, you know, and so when they come out with that hair on the back, you know, they don't even have to pay for labor to get it cut off because they're cold. They just, you know, they just shake it off and they get it, and that cut. Well, anyhow, I'll tell you about it. But anyhow, I wish that the churches would do more of the traditional songs. You know, a lot of the churches is getting into too many of these. How this thing work, please? A lot of the churches is getting into these contentionary songs. It's too many contentionary songs. Do y'all know the older songs? Y'all are young women. Y'all remember So Many?
Yeah.
So many children's going to waste now. Lord, you got to help me bear this load. So many children's going to waste now. Lord, you got to help me bear this load. Help me, oh, help me bear this load. Well, they got them in the bucket, they in the stove. You take them home and just let them go. You won't ball them, no. You won't clean them, no. Y'all don't know the song? See, that's what I'm talking. Y'all got to know these older songs, traditional songs. Do y'all know? Oh, he's a shining star, no matter who you are. Do y'all know it? See, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. See, there's too many contemporary songs, and they just forgot. But I want to ask y'all to pray for our men. Over at my other church, Brother Birdwell had an accident and broke his church finger. And you know his church finger when he going out, he broke it. And he's in the hospital, and I'm asking for prayer for him. And because he needs it. That's hard when he get up now. He can't just do nothing but this. Going to the bathroom. Nobody know where he's going. And pray for our older preachers. Some of them that preach on the older style a little. I love it, but I had one that kind of tried to cause some confusion. This church right here down the street. He was preaching and he was talking about, the sermon about Lazarus. You remember him? Okay. And he got to trouble. He said, Lazarus laid in the grave. And I said, yeah, he was preaching good. I was on the front row. And he said, Lazarus kept laying in the grave a few days. And he said, he just kept on preaching. I said, yeah. And he looked right at me. He said, are you going with me? I wasn't going with that man. That's how stuff gets started. You don't do that. But anyhow, and for women, watch your mouth. Don't do gossiping. They put out that my grandbaby was pregnant. And the girl wasn't pregnant. We took her to the doctor. She had swallowed a milk dirt. And it took up infection and swelled up her stomach. See, anytime the way we found out, she drank a glass of milk. Anytime you drink milk on top of chocolate, it's a crustacean, part of the catalytic converter for the protein. And so it took up infection, is what it done. And it swelled up the girl's stomach. And there wasn't nothing we could do about it, because that's what it was. But anyhow, God is doing what he's doing, and he's doing it. And you're probably thinking that I'm thinking about what you're thinking, but I'm up here talking. I ain't thinking about what you're thinking, why you thinking what I'm thinking. I ain't thinking what you're thinking to be thinking about thinking it. So anyhow, hold it, baby. That's my mobile phone, baby. Hello. Oh, yes. Okay. Brother Birdwell's church finger is better. Amen. That's a praise report. And they said the doctor now have him on finger food. See, God can use anybody. He can take an ordinary woman and do extraordinary things. Let's like Wall Seer. I told this girl, I said, you need to take your vitamin D. Women need the vitamin D, especially black women, because we ain't getting enough sun no more. And the vitamin D, God knew what he was doing. You're short on your vitamin D, and you ain't got no vitamin D. There's cancer and stuff coming in. You got to get your vitamin D. Well, she didn't take it, and your bones will start to curve. You can get this vitamin D. And then she got this hump on her back, something called osteoporosis. And I told the girl she should have took her vitamin D. But let me tell you about my guard. They still using her in the service. When Brother Birdwell was out with his church finger, and they had to have somewhere to sit the communion tray, she was already humped over. They just sat up on the hump on her back. And it worked out fine. God can use you in the service. Wow. Sure he can. Hold it, baby. Right. Did you want to get that? Eller? Tom Eller's gone. Gone where? Dead. Who got the party? Okay, baby. But anyhow, women have been a blessing to all of us. My mother was the first woman I knew. I think it was. Because I remember when Christian, you didn't celebrate Halloween. But there was a short time when it was just an innocent time to go to the next door neighbor and get a piece of candy, or apple, or tangerine, or something. And back then, the mother didn't spend no $40 and $50 for no costumes. She just took most times you just take a sheet and cut a hole in it. Well, my mother was different. I wasn't but this big. She took a brown stocking and pulled it up over my whole body and tied a knot on top of it. And then stuck a coat hanger on top of it. And I said, Mary, who am I? She said, you a midget cockroach. But I have been through a lot. My mother bought me she bought me one of them Easter chickens that had the colors on it. I had a yellow chicken. And she told me this will teach you how to take care of things. And so we put she bought a little cage for me to keep the chicken in. And said when you go off to school, you put the chicken back in the cage. Well, I was running a little late one morning, and I called him Pete Pete, because that's all he said. No matter what I said to him, he just said Pete Pete. So I put him in the cage most of the time. Well, this morning, I forgot and left him out on that particular morning. And I went along. And when I come back, Mother said, go and wash up. Finish your chores up there and wash up the supper. And I washed up. And I come back and I ate my supper. Mother was just happy, singing in the kitchen. Oh, we had a beautiful meal. And when we finished, Mother said, I got something to tell you. And I thought maybe she was going to punish me. I said, you going to punish me, Mother? She said, no, I'm not going to punish you. She said, but I need to tell you something. She said, Peep Peep have died. And, oh, it just hurt me so. She said, he's gone. And so I kind of got myself together. And I said, well, Mother, will I be able to go to the funeral service? Uh-oh. And she said that I wouldn't be able to go because they took it back to the country where it come from, a faraway country called Salmonella. And said, wasn't no way we would get to Salmonella. But anyhow, Pepe's gone. So I just try to be good to myself as I go along, because you can't be too hard on yourself. Things happen to us, don't it? Have you ever had one of them massages? Have you ever had a massage? This way they rub on your back. All the women need to go and treat yourself sometime. So I went in there, they put you back on this long bed, and I laid back there, and they had this soft music going. And then all the cares and the worries. God do not give us the spirit of fear, but a power and love and a sound mind. He wants us. That's why he leads us beside the still water. And I lay back on that bed, and she just rubbed, and the music just doom, doom, doom. That little soft, little twinkly music. And she just kept rubbing on my back. And I just about went to sleep. And she tapped me on the shoulder. She said, Sister Ruth? I said, yes, sir. She said, you got some fuzz on your lip. I said, say what? She said, you got some fuzz on your lip. I said, shut your mouth. She said, I can do it for you. I said, oh, well, go ahead, Shirley. She said, it's just gonna be just a little tingy. Just a little tingy. I said, oh, just go on with it. So she put she had a little pot thing over there, and she put some warm jelly all the way across my lip. It was nice and warm. And then she took her pointy finger, and she put a little piece of some kind of little old cloth or something, maybe a piece of stocking or pantyhose or something. She put that across there, and this warm cream must have been sticky. And she took her pointy finger and she said, just going to be a little tingy. I said, okay. So then she took the corner of this material and she grabbed it and she said, "Rip!" And I said, and when I come to myself, I cursed that girl out Christmas style. I said, "You silver tooth, serpent tooth, Trump hair, serpent from hell!" And then I sung to her. I said, "Precious Lord, take my hand,
Go ahead.
lead me on, kill this guy." But that's how that come out. But I'm going to let y'all go along now. I have tried to give you the history. I just tried to give you the history. I've got to go home because I'm coating now. And I got a friend. And I've got to go and readjust my shape a minute. You know, my grandson is dating girls now too. But he, you know, it costs a lot to go on a date now. It'll cost you anywhere from $200 just go to the movies. Because you got to get your gas. You got to, if they want to eat dinner, you got to pay for that. And then if you get to the movies, and she got to buy the girl some popcorn and a drink. This can add up. And I'll give you this tip out for free, and y'all take it back to the men. What my grandson do is he dates homeless girls. Then that way you don't have to take them home. So anyhow, I've got to go, and I've had to change friends because the last one come, I let him sit in my chair, my lazy bar chair. And do you know, he sat there in that chair, had his lungs going in and out, taking up air God give to me. That's the thing men will do. They'll do it. So anyhow, I just want to leave you with a slice of just a little song. Just another day
Go ahead.
that the Lord has kept me.
All right.
Yeah, just another day that the Lord,
Go ahead.
He has kept me. He has kept me from all sin and evil. Kept my mind. He kept it stayed on Him. Yeah, just another day. Yeah, that the Lord, He has kept me. One more thing. Aren't you glad that the Lord has kept you?
Oh, yes.
Aren't you glad that the Lord, He has kept you? He has kept you from all sin and evil. Oh, He kept your mind, and He kept my mind. Willie Ruth Johnson.
Yay.
Brenda Carruthers, I approve this message.